Yeah, I be down flat every other week until I...
What's up guys, it's BT here, and today the topic is wireless. That's right, Razer has decided to go wireless with a lot of their popular products. Hopefully this is a good sign for the future in hopes that we can get a Razer Viper Mini Ultimate, but time will tell. Now today we're going to go over the BlackWidow V3, one of their best-selling keyboards. That one went wireless, and then you have the DeathAdder V2, which just got revamped. That one is now wireless as well with the Pro version, and then we're going to have the BlackShark V2 Pros as well, their headset. So today we're going to get into who these are for, so let's not waste any more time. Let's start off with the Razer BlackWidow V3 Pro. Now going wireless does cost a lot. This one is coming in at $230. It's a full-size keyboard. It's featuring their green clicky switches. It has multimedia keys up at the top right, which are really easy to use with a volume dial. There's 3 level kickstand feet on the back side, which I really like, and 4 of the big square feet on the bottom so it doesn't slip around. And then it's going to be USB-C. You'd love to see that. I couldn't find any official word on the battery life, but I've been using this keyboard lightly for a couple of weeks now, and it's at 50%. So I have a really good feeling about this keyboard lasting a while without you having to charge it. And then they're gonna have that USB-C, like I said, if you do ever need to charge it. Now we've seen Razer do a lot of great things recently. One of them was on their Huntsman TE. They went with PBT. But this one feels like a step back, even though these are double shot ABS keycaps, which do feel better than their predecessors that they had on the older versions of the BlackWidow. Still ABS, and it's not going to be the highest quality here. It has RGB and it can be customized within the software. And like I said, they have those green clicky switches from Razer. They're really light and they're very tactile. Let's drop a sound test and then I'll tell you guys my thoughts on them. All right, so they're not a bad switch. Like, I don't hate them. They're light, they're clicky, which I really like. I'm starting to get into clickies more recently. If you guys saw my post on Twitter, follow me if you aren't already. The one issue that I have with this keyboard though is the stabilizers. They're still using that method of having an extender where it kind of clips onto a stabilizer within the keyboard and it just rattles. It's the same problem we've been seeing on the Huntsman Mini, the Huntsman TE. They brought over that same system to this one. I really wish Razer would just revamp their stabilizer system to like a normal standard stabilizer, and we can all be happy. Now in using this keyboard, this is wireless of course, and they're gonna have 2 options where you can do either a Bluetooth or you can use the 2 gigahertz wireless receiver. I did notice that I would get some breakups and the keyboard would completely turn off in game when I had this plugged into a USB hub. Also when I had the Bluetooth enabled to my computer to this keyboard, it also would just cut out on me mid-match and I'd just be like, wait, what's going on? And I would die. So I really don't think it's there yet for prime time. I'm not sure what's going wrong here. I don't know if it's just because I have all 3 dongles running for each one of these products, but something is interfering and it's getting in the way of the performance of this keyboard. And I think that's unacceptable for a $230 keyboard. So I would have to pass on the BlackWidow V3. I hate to say it. I'm fine with the full-size keyboard. I mean, my mouse was hitting the side of the keyboard, but at least put some PBT keycaps on here for that price, $230. Put some better wireless on here to make sure that the connection is stable, and then you're good to go. That's it. So yeah, that's going to do it for the BlackWidow V3. So next up we have another ultra popular product from Razer. It's one of their best selling mice ever. It's the Razer DeathAdder V2 Pro. They recently shaved off some weight and size from the original DeathAdder, which I loved. This one is now 88 grams for the wireless version, so you're only gaining about 6 grams from the corded version of this mouse. This one is going to run you $130, which isn't too bad for a wireless mouse. As far as the shape, it's that classic ergo shape. It's a really thick boy. It's a big boy. For my hands, it fits like a glove though, although it is pretty hard to hit the front side button. They've got the PTFE feed on here. They've got the Focus Plus sensor on here. The buttons feel really solid. These are using the 2nd generation of the Razer optical switches, and we will be dropping a sound test very shortly. On top, you have the 2 DPI buttons, and those can be remapped. So I like that you have a little bit of extra functionality there. You also have the scroll wheel, which is ridged and also very nice. The mouse 1 and 2 is nice and concave, so you can have these nice comfort grooves in there, which I really like as well. And then you have these side grips on the side, which work really well, especially if you have sweaty hands. This one has the receiver on the bottom, just like in the BlackWidow V3. They also allow you to switch profiles on the bottom if you want to switch between games, which is pretty convenient to have. They also have the switch for the Bluetooth and the 2.4 gigahertz receiver. I highly recommend, if you are playing FPS shooters, go with the 2.4. If you're just a casual gamer, on both of these, on the V3 of the BlackWidow and the V2 Pro, I think you can get away with Bluetooth, because you might encounter some issues while you're gaming, but if you're just casually gaming, playing like AAA titles, it's not really going to be an issue. And the battery life on this is really good. For the 2.4, you're going to have 70 hours of battery life, and then you get 120 hours when you switch over to the Bluetooth mode. So really good battery life on this mouse. You're going to barely be charging this if you decide to pick it up. And this mouse lends itself to that classic ergo full palm or relaxed claw, relaxed palm grip user. I can't lie to you guys, it's a very comfortable mouse. And during my time using this mouse, I wasn't expecting to like it. I was like, DeathAdder, like I'm just gonna play a couple games for some footage and that'll be it. I'll never use this mouse again. But boy, was I wrong, because I was nailing shots with this mouse. This mouse is no joke. It's no big deal. Like, it's not getting its own video, but don't get it twisted. This right here is a really good mouse, especially if you want an ergonomic mouse. So if you're coming from like a Model D or a Zowie EC2B, you're going to really like this mouse, and it's wireless. Now it's a little bit wider, and that is to accommodate for your palm, but they made it in a way where it's not too wide anymore, and you can comfortably get a good grip and good control over your mouse. So let's drop a sound test right about now. What you guys think? It's not so bad, is it? The side buttons could use some work. The mouse 1 and 2 feel great. The scroll wheel feels great, and you got that extra button there as well. All right, so I saved the best for last. My favorite product out of all of these 3 products and their new wireless suite, it is the BlackShark V2 Pros. Now these are slightly less expensive than the Logitech G Pro X wireless headset that I just reviewed. These are $180 and those are $200. I'm just going over the design a little bit. On the left ear cup, you're gonna have the power button, the mute button, a USB micro, and a 3.5mm input. I really wish that they would have put a USB-C on here. Same goes with the DeathAdder V2 Pro. It just would have made it all cohesive, so I don't have to have 2 different cords to charge all 3. I can just have one USB-C cord. When one needs to get charged, I can charge it, end of story. As the volume knob, which sticks out and is very nice. They've got an adjustable headband, and at first I thought these little wires on the side here were gonna like bend, but I was like doing my little twist test. There's no creaking on these. It feels really nice. You have the wires sticking out, which I don't like. You guys know that. They've got these flow knit memory foam ear cups on here, and these are my favorite thing out of everything that I've talked about today. They're breathable. Even when I press like into it, I feel cold air being pressed out. So you can wear these comfortably for a very long period of time. The headband also has that same material, and it just, once you press it in, it just takes a while for it to come back out. And I really like this headset in terms of comfort. And this mic is detachable, like I said, and it has this big foam piece at the end. It's very smooth and easy to get it into the right position. These are using the Triforce titanium 50mm drivers, and these pack a punch. They are very well balanced with a good amount of low end on there for bass, so booms, explosions sound good. And these are a stereo headset, so you're going to be able to place enemies very well, although not as well as an open back headphone, I must say. I feel like sometimes enemies would be closer than I really think they are. I don't know if it's just because I'm so used to using an open back pair of headphones that are just so accurate, but these do a pretty good job in giving you a general idea of where your opponent is. These are also driven by that THX technology, and you can also change the spatial awareness for each game, and it really does work. There's different profiles for different games, and it does it automatically. The Synapse will actually detect what games you have, and then you can decide what kind of mode that you want it on for each game. I find that the bass boost though does kind of ruin the headset when you crank it all the way up. I'm a bass fiend. I tried it. I put it up at 100 and it just muddied everything up. It wasn't worth it, so I just put that back down to 50. And the voice clarity will kind of lift people or your teammates' voices above the gunfights and firefights and explosions, and kind of lift those up and give them a little bit more clarity. Another area where I think that this beats the Logitech G Pro Wireless X, and why I think this is more worth it than that headset, especially for $20 less, is the microphone. It sounds great. It gives a good amount of bass to your voice with enough clarity so that your teammates can accurately hear you. But don't take my word for it. Let's drop a sound test of the microphone right about now.
369, damn you fine. Move it to your socket to me one more time. Get low, get low, get low.
And one last thing I want to say about these is they don't connect via the Bluetooth. They are only the 2.4. So that means that you can have up to like 3 dongles. So you're living that dongle life. At the end of the day, for this trifecta, if you want the keyboard, the mouse, the headset, you're looking at $540. That's insane when you think about it. So you really have to put into perspective what it means and how much value you put into wireless. If I can only have one product from this list, it would be this. I would get like a Viper Mini, I would get this headset, and I would get a Huntsman Mini if I want to go all Razer right now. I think those are the go-to. I want to see that Huntsman Mini wireless. That would be dope. Make sure you nail that wireless, and I think Razer would have another hit on their hands. I feel like a broken record at this point. I don't know. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys found this video valuable. It has been your boy BT. Let me know if you guys have any more questions down below, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.